The Neon Pulse. In the year 2157, the city of Aetheris sprawled across the sky, its towering skyscrapers suspended in midair by gravity-defying technology. The air shimmered with neon lights, casting a vibrant glow on the glass and chrome structures that pierced the clouds. Hovercars and drones glided through the air, weaving between the colossal buildings, creating a dizzying maze of speed and light. Below, the city's foundation had long been forgotten, buried beneath layers of metal streets and centuries of decay. This was where the true pulse of Aetheris thrived. Mara had always lived in the Undercity, the dark and forgotten depths where the sun never touched. She was a scavenger, one of many who lived on the fringe, navigating through the wreckage of a once glorious world. The Undercity was a labyrinth of crumbling structures, lost technologies, and haunted memories. But for Mara, it was home. She'd never known anything else. She lived off the scraps that fell from the towering heights of the upper levels, the city above, that glittered with wealth, perfection, and artificial harmony. The people who inhabited the upper levels were isolated, hidden behind layers of security and comfort, their lives untouched by the harsh realities of the world below. Mara resented them. They lived in ignorance, while she and others like her fought daily for survival. On the surface, Aetheris appeared flawless, a beacon of futuristic wonder. But Mara knew better. The city was a fragile illusion. Beneath its shining facade, cracks ran deep. One evening, as the neon lights flickered and cast strange shadows across the Undercity, Mara stumbled upon a relic. It was tucked inside the husk of an ancient transport vessel, abandoned long ago when the old systems failed. The device, a small, cracked data chip, pulsed with an eerie, soft glow that beckoned her. It was unlike anything she had ever seen, an artifact from the past, older than the city itself. When she touched it, a strange sensation coursed through her, as if the chip was alive. Her vision blurred for a moment, and the entire city seemed to fall silent. She felt as if the heart of Aetheris had stopped, as if the city itself was listening. Curious and cautious, Mara studied the chip. It was heavily encrypted, but after a few minutes of tinkering, it revealed something astonishing. A map, a set of coordinates that pointed to a location deep beneath the city, the Nexus Core. She had heard whispers of the Nexus Core before an ancient legend passed down among scavengers. It was said to be the birthplace of Aetheris, the very center of the city's existence, hidden beneath layers of forgotten history. No one had ever found it, or at least, no one had returned to speak of it. But this map was real, and it led to something more than just a relic. It was the key to the city's past, and perhaps its future. The thought of the core intrigued her, but it also terrified her. No one ventured into the depths anymore, especially not alone. There were too many dangers. Rogue AIs, malfunctioning drones, and gang territories roamed the Undercity like predators in the dark. But Mara's curiosity overpowered her fear. She could feel it in her bones, the pull of something greater. Before she could second-guess herself, she grabbed her pack and set off. The Undercity was a place of forgotten people, abandoned tech, and dangerous alleyways. As she moved deeper into its heart, the air thickened with the acrid stench of rust, oil, and decay. Her steps echoed in the silence, her mind racing with the possibilities that lay ahead. It wasn't long before Mara realized that she was not alone. Shadowy figures lurked in the corners of her vision, scavengers, rogue AIs, and the remnants of forgotten technology. The deeper she ventured, the more hostile the environment became. Every turn seemed to lead her into danger. Every flicker of light felt like a trap. The hum of machinery grew louder, vibrating in her chest, until it became a deafening roar. Then, the first twist came. Mara's path was blocked by a group of figures, tall, menacing shapes, dressed in sleek, dark clothing, their faces obscured by helmets. They were the Sable Order, a notorious gang that controlled much of the lower levels. They had been waiting for her. One of them stepped forward, holding a pulse weapon aimed squarely at her chest. "Where do you think you're going, scavenger?" The leader's voice rasped, mechanical and cold. Mara tensed, her hand reaching for her knife, but she knew she was outnumbered. The leader smiled, but it wasn't a smile of kindness. It was the kind of smile that promised pain. "I don't have time for your games," Mara said, her voice steady, despite the fear twisting in her gut. "I'm just passing through." The leader's eyes glinted beneath the helmet. "We don't like just passing through types. You should have known better than to come down here." But just as he raised his weapon to strike, something unexpected happened. A high-pitched whine filled the air, followed by a brilliant flash of light. The gang members froze, their expressions contorted in confusion. From the shadows, a figure stepped forward, a woman clad in glowing armor, her face hidden beneath a visor. She moved with the grace of a shadow, her steps silent but purposeful. Without a word, she dispatched the gang members in a series of swift, precise movements. The leader barely had time to react before he crumpled to the ground. The others followed soon after, their weapons clattering to the ground. Mara watched, stunned, as the figure turned to face her. "You're looking for the Nexus Core, aren't you?" the woman asked, her voice cold but knowing. "I can help you find it, but you'll need to trust me." Mara's heart raced. She had heard rumors of the Liberators, a faction that operated in the shadows of the city, opposed to the current regime that controlled the upper levels. Some said they were the last hope for Aetheris. Others claimed they were just another group of rebels with their own agenda. The woman seemed to read Mara's thoughts. "I'm not here to save you," she said, her eyes flicking toward the glowing chip in Mara's hand. "I'm here to make sure the Nexus Core doesn't fall into the wrong hands. You're not the only one searching for it. There are forces in the upper city that would do anything to control it." The woman's cryptic words hung in the air like a threat, but Mara had no choice but to follow. Together, they navigated through the ruins of the Undercity, and just when Mara thought they were close to the Nexus, another twist revealed itself. The woman, once a protector, had been tracking Mara for far longer than she let on. She was no mere ally. She was a member of the corporate council, the very elite that ruled Aetheris from above. Mara's world shattered. The woman's mission had never been to help, but to monitor her progress, making sure that the Nexus Core remained a tool for the powerful few. Betrayed, Mara fought back, escaping into the depths, with the woman in pursuit. The chase led her deeper into the heart of the city, where the true power of Aetheris lay dormant. In those final moments before reaching the Nexus Core, Mara made a choice. She would not let the city's secrets fall into the hands of the Council. She activated the device, and the Nexus Core responded, its power awakening. The city trembled. The future of Aetheris now lay in her hands. The woman's voice echoed from behind. "You think you can change everything? You can't. This city was never meant to be saved." Mara smiled, her resolve firm. "The city's future isn't up to you anymore." With a final flick of her wrist, she sealed the Nexus Core, and the neon lights of Aetheris flickered one last time.